Ain't got a little controversy. Everybody going around online, and everybody got their own top 10. So, how you feel about that, Demo?
Well, I got my own top 10, Ma. I seem like I never agree with the media or, the folks out there, man. I always got my own look on things, man. So, yeah.
Yeah, I got mine too. So, my number one top player of all time right now, of course, will be LeBron James. So, he's going to be top number one for my top 10 this year.
Hold on, Ma. Are you saying you got LeBron at number one all time?
I got him number one all time. As much as I love Jordan, I still got him number one all time right now.
You say that out your mouth.
Just came this year.
Wow.
This year just made me realize it. After doing some film study and going over the career based on where he came from high school,
right,
and all the things the multitude of things he had to deal with, yeah, I got him as number one. Now, he's not the greatest player, but as far as his body of work,
yeah.
I got LeBron James number one.
Right.
But number one, I got LeBron James this year. He came from adversity, from being hurt, changing teams, getting a brand new team, getting in the bubble, leaving the family, and they only lost basically 1 to 2 games every series. That's an accomplishment in itself for the longevity of being in the finals for about 17 years straight, 15 years straight. So I just give him that's my number one guy. Who's your number one guy?
So I'm gonna have to agree with you, Ma. I got Bron too, man. Like, you can't really argue with that, man. Bron came out there. People was doubting him this year. They had other people ranked higher than him, other teams ranked higher than his team.
Didn't even win MVP.
Didn't even win MVP. You know what I mean? But he just went out there in the playoffs and put that work in. So I'm gonna have to agree with you on that, man.
Yeah. So my number 2 player is Giannis Antetokounmpo. I call him Rick James. The Greek freak, super freak.
Okay.
So I got him number 2 only because he's been doing it for a while. Since he came in the league, been trying to do it by himself. Ran into a buzzsaw when he ran into Miami, who had a lot of role players that kind of knew their role. They just took a loss again this year, but I got him number 2 as my top 2.
This, though. So, what do you think it is about Giannis's game that didn't allow him to overcome, Miami?
I don't really think it was the 3 ball. I really think it was a lot of the coaching, playing too many players, not playing the right rotations, and then not making adjustments once they made the adjustment on Lotnet and him scoring transition.
Right.
They could have had him come off picks a lot more than they ran the zone defense. So that kind of killed it too. So what it was basically was more coaching to me, putting him in the position to win. He was playing hard. He still was doing what he was doing, but I felt like coaching let him down. Not only did the team let him down, but I felt like coaching let him down. So I still got him as my number 2 player. Back-to-back MVPs is hard to win. And it's not one person that can guard him. By itself, he gonna dominate anybody. So my 3rd player, I got Anthony Davis. I call him the dazzling Chirac. I got him number 3, not number 2, just because Giannis been doing it by himself, and it took him to get LeBron to know how to get that culture, to learn how to win. And I just feel like he does everything: shoot the 3 ball, go 1-on-1, and defensively he's Hall of Famer. Like, if you switch on him with a guard, you're not gonna get a shot up over him. You're not gonna reach. You might have to hit a step back jumper for 3. That's the only thing he probably won't be able to defend, but he's still gonna get a shot up. A hand up on his shot. But I just feel like, man, right now I've never known he was gonna be a good offensive player as he was. But watching him in college and in high school, I always knew he was always connected to the defensive end.
Yeah.
But I got him as my player number 3. Who you got?
Okay, well, let me give you my number 2 first.
Okay, who's your number 2?
So I had a hard time with not putting AD at number 2.
Okay.
In my opinion, even though I love Giannis' game. You can't like basketball and not like Giannis' game.
Right.
But to me, he's got some limitations in his game. So I went ahead, man, and put KD at number 2.
Oh, okay. Put that boy back up there.
Yeah, and I know he's coming off
the
injury, and we're gonna have to wait and see, how he plays, after coming off that injury.
Yeah.
But I'm just basing it on, just the last time I saw him play, he was the rawest. You know what I mean? Couldn't nobody stop him.
Yeah.
I mean, at 7, we talking about freaks. I mean, we ain't seen a 7-footer with handles like that.
Man, creative player, man,
trays.
like God, baby.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. That's
Going
like,
to the rack. You know what I mean? You know, yeah, and his defense is underrated.
Yeah, real underrated.
Defense is underrated. I mean, he can guard in the low post.
He's just not a physically intimidated player. He don't really talk a lot of shit. So you wouldn't really look at him as a great defensive player, but you know, you can't, when he rotate on the guards, he's right there. Put a big on him. He know how to take the chest bump, get a block shot up top, help defensive. Right. Real great, man.
And you know what I like about him, man, is that with his skill level, he can take over a game. So whenever, you know, games close, I mean, even when he was playing for the Warriors with all the stars they had, I mean, KD would take over the game. And that's it. It was over. Once KD decided he was going to take over the game, it didn't matter. Curry was on the floor, Clay. No, KD take over the game. That was it.
Right.
So, you know, I'm just basing it on that.
I mean, he's been taking over since he was a puppy.
Since he was a puppy, you know what I mean? So just him having that unstoppable skill level, you know, it's hard for me to say it out of my mouth that he not, you know, number 2. So
okay, that's cool. So since I already gave my number 3, your number 3. Hey, shout out to that boy Bree with the Death Star, man, with the meds, man. You know, shout out to him, man. So
my number 3, man, is AD. I was having a little problem, you know, on whether I should put AD there or whether I should put Giannis there. And the only reason why I gave AD the nod is just because his offensive skill level is a little higher. You know,
way higher.
Way higher. And, you know, where he can, you know, step outside. We saw him shooting the trays, you know, clutch trays. You know what I mean? We see him go down, you know, he played just as, he arguably could have been Defensive Player of the Year this year. A lot of people thought he was, thought he was Defensive Player of the Year.
Right.
So, you know, I mean, to me, he's just he's an unstoppable player on both ends of the court. So I said I gave him just that much over Giannis.
Okay.
You know.
Okay, that's cool. Okay, so I got LeBron, Giannis, and AD, and you got LeBron, KD, and AD. So number 4 got to be Giannis, right? Your number 4 got to be Giannis.
That's my number 4.
Okay, number 4 is Giannis. So we already talked about number 4. My number 4 is KD. Okay. So we basically got the top 4 the same. We just juggled it around.
Okay.
Okay, so we agree. Top 4 guys is LeBron, Giannis, Anthony Davis, and KD. At least we agree on that.
And I dare somebody try to argue with me on that.
Yeah, there ain't nobody over
the top 4 players in the league.
Most definitely.
Yeah.
Actually, I don't know. I have to put my dude number 5, who really is the worst player you ever want to play against, is James Harden. I got him as my number 5, the best offensive threat in the NBA, probably in NBA history, for what all he could do with the ball.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? For a skill level,
right.
You know what I mean? Putting it together in the game and translating it to wins and to championships, that's a whole different thing.
Right.
But do y'all agree with me that James Harden is the best offensive player in the NBA by far? So that's why I got as number 5, man. Who you got as number 5?
Yeah. Well, Ma, you know what's funny, man, is that, you know, when you go play pickup ball, when you playing on, on the playground or whatever, all we paid attention to is if you couldn't guard somebody.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we wouldn't talk about that.
I mean, his defense is underrated, though.
His defense is underrated, but I'm just saying.
It's more underrated. His defense is not stellar, but it's more underrated than people give him.
But people don't even know his defensive stats this past year. You know, and he always, up there in steals.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And he was guarding in the in the paint this year too, down in the post. You know
hey, if I was coaching him, defense would probably be the last thing that I talk to him about. You know?
But that's what I'm saying, man. It used to be all about, man, like, bro, if you can't, if you walk in the gym and see James Harden, you automatically gonna say the wrong, because can't nobody guard him.
Period.
You know what I mean? So
I mean, if I was the coach, I'd stick him in the mid post a little more, so where, he could pass out the post a little more and wouldn't have to do everything facing the basket. Right. But I mean, he only can do what he can do.
Yeah,
I let the coach let him do. So
I'm not mad at you.
Who you got number 5?
This was another tough one, man. I was gonna put James there, man. Like, and now I'm hearing you talk. Like, I kind of want to switch him, man. But I'm gonna stick with Kawhi Leonard, man.
Okay.
And the only reason why I'm giving Kawhi that 5th spot is just because his defense is so cold. you know, it's cold. I mean,
he's a Terminator.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, man, I seen him rocking up little guards. He ain't supposed to even be able to keep up with. You know what I'm saying? I seen ripping dudes with handles. You know what I mean? You know, and you know, I mean, he don't go off. He's not gonna go off and give you 50.
Right.
But he gonna give you that solid 25, 28. You know what I'm saying? And then, you know, when he gonna hit you for 35, 37. You know what I mean? And his man ain't doing that. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I went ahead and put him just because to me he's the best two-way player in the game still right now. So
Okay, I'll give you that.
Him in the top 5, baby.
I didn't have him in my top. I didn't have him in my number 5 just because he let me down this year. You know, I see him every day at work. Right. How much work he put in after the game, but you know, missing games. I mean, you wasn't in the fire with your team, so they don't know to lean on you. And then you letting dudes worry about their girlfriend and all that bullshit. Like me, as a leader of the team, I'm like, man, cut the bullshit out, man. We don't got time, all this shit. We all getting paid millions. I came out here, I didn't come out here for the bullshit, man. Speak the fuck up. That's a part of being a leader. That's a part of being a killer to me. You think Jimmy Butler finna let motherfuckers be on this team with the bullshit? No. So, you know, I got Luka as my number 6. Luka Magic. Simply because I've seen this cat since he was a rookie. And whoever come in the gym, whoever it is, he trying to dog. He's trying to go for 75 points if he get, and a triple-double. And he get rebounds not only by accident, he plays for the rebound. I mean, he's not out there trying to get stats. He's playing basketball. That's the thing I like about him. He played hoop, you know. He shoot a little bit too many step backs for me, but you know, he still gets to the rock, he still make his free throws, and he a killer. So I got him like with the highest skill level of all time players for his passion and playing the game the right way.
Yeah, no, I can't argue with that.
So who you got number 6, bro?
I got James.
Okay.
You know,
yeah, the Compton homie. Shout out to the East Side homie James for making it.
For sure.
You know, MVP. You know, we got love for you, bro. You just got to get that chip, man. At least get to the chip. You be number 1 for me. You get to the chip, man. Motherfuckers be arguing with me, bro. Yeah. So yeah.
He the coldest. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I just couldn't put him up.
I got Kawhi at 7. You know, we already talked about Kawhi, but who you got at 7, bro?
Okay, I got Dame. I think the way I think Dame stepped his game up this year, man. And you know, one thing about it, you know, he a dog. Like for real. Like he was just like, okay, yeah, give me them 4 dudes right there, and let's go.
Whoever
you know
on the team.
Whoever,
yeah.
He's like, oh, Melo on the team now? Okay, come on. You know what I'm saying?
That's cool. I would love to play with him too, but at the same time, you know, motherfuckers shoot everything, bro. I just can't.
Well, let me say, who you gonna pass it to?
The young fella, he can shoot too. McCullough, Melo, all them other cats can shoot.
He gets his shots.
Yeah, I mean, I just feel like at some point, you're a one-trick pony. Let me see if you lock somebody up, come in your gym. Kyle Lowry gonna go for 40 on you. Motherfucking everybody that's a point guard gonna come in your gym, go for 40. Just because you got 50, that don't mean shit to me.
Right.
It's a fucking field day playing against you.
Right.
So everybody in the game against you.
Right.
And you in every game because you that type of player.
Right.
So I feel like he's really like a 1B. If he played with another player that played another type of way, you know, he'd be a champion because he could fill the rim up, and he's a threat everywhere. And he get to the rock, and he passed the ball too.
I was gonna say, he's a good assist man.
Yeah, he passed the ball.
Speaking of that, I wanted to say something about James. Let me back up a little bit. I don't think a lot of people, I think James is underrated. He it might be top 5, top 7 in scoring and assists in like the last 6-7 years.
Hey man, he fill up the rim everywhere.
And he averaged like 8 assists.
And if you watch the game,
7, 8 assists, you know
he plays the right way.
Yeah, he do.
If you double him, he gonna get it off.
Yeah.
You handle him on a pick and roll, he gonna dump it off to the shooters. Or he gonna throw the lob.
Right.
So, man, I mean, that's why I say, James, you just got to get to the championship, man. I ain't got nothing bad to say. Then I can talk about all the other shit you do.
Right. And, you know, and that's why I put Dame up there, too, man, because, you know, he's not just a scorer. You know, he going to drop dimes, too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
that's your 7th. I got Steph as my 8th.
Okay.
So I had Luka 6, Kawhi 7, and Steph as my 8th. So Who you got at 8?
You feel comfortable with putting Luka over Steph?
Just this year. I ain't talking about all time. I'm talking about this year. Coming in next year.
We only talking about this year.
Coming in next year, I feel like Luka guiding that team by himself, handling the ball every time, and every night motherfuckers coming after him. Yeah, Steph, we gonna see this year. You by yourself, back again. You don't got your boy Clay with you. So guess what? You got Wiggins. You got some shit to show. You got a nice team. You should make the playoffs. You should be the second best team in the Pacific Division. Fuck the Clippers, even though I know they got a good team. You should be aiming at being the second best team in the Pacific Division.
I mean, I don't know without Clay because
no, I'm not saying they better than the Clippers. I'm saying looking at the Clippers, if it was me and Steph saying I'm the best, I'm saying they ain't better than me.
Hold on, I'm not even talking about the Clippers. I don't even think they're gonna be better than Phoenix.
They're gonna be better than Phoenix.
You sure?
Yeah. If they stay like they are with no injury, with the young boy Wiseman,
yeah.
And the boy,
that's what I need to see. I need to see what
he's dope, bro. He's the best thing ever happened to him.
I know all
he gonna do is run the floor, dunk, and box shot, hit open shots, get all the rebounds. And Draymond Green gonna be up top doing that Draymond Green shit. They gonna be running the same shit.
Yeah.
You know, so.
But I got Steph at 8 too, man.
Okay, so we agree on that. Babyface assassin. I got Dame at 9.
And the only reason my stuff is that low is because he's coming off the injury. You know, we ain't seen him. I know he's gonna be, but I know he's gonna be coming back. You know, looking to kill because everybody talking about everybody else. You know what I mean?
True.
People don't forget.
I mean, he's unstoppable because there's no way he plays without the ball, and he plays the team game. And if you're a point guard, there's no defense that doesn't have point guards helping, and they figure out how to either get him the extra pass or you helping off of him. Mm-hmm. And once he don't got his shot, they throw it to somebody else, and they run 2 more picks for him to get his shot.
Right.
So they all in with him. So I just feel like, hey man, we already at number 9, man. Who you got at number 9?
I got your boy, Luka.
Oh, I got Luka. Okay, you got Luka in the top 10.
I got him in my top
10. Okay, yeah, all right.
I mean, you know, when you average, averaging 29 a game, you know, damn near 10 assists, and you up there around the leaders in the league in triple doubles. You know, I mean, you got to be up there. You got to be in the top 10. It's just his defense, you know what I mean, keeps him, to me, you know, at the lower end of the top 10.
He play defense. It's just you don't really watch him. Like he get after it. No. I mean, he got that disease, you know, that other man's disease for slow foot.
What I want to see more is that, you know, now that he's getting this notoriety, and people say, "Oh, okay, you hard, huh? Yeah. All right." Now, if he can handle what's getting ready to come at him this year, he gonna move up my list. He gonna move way up my list.
Right.
Because everybody gonna be trying to give it to him, and everybody gonna be trying to shut him down.
Yeah. So. And my number 10, this was tough. I had Jamal Murray, but I had to take him out and put in Jimmy Butler. So Jamal, shout out to Jamal Murray, man. Didn't miss a shot the whole goddamn playoffs. So I just want to say, I feel like it's 10A, 10B, but I got to go with Jimmy Butler because he's a dizzy dog, got to the finals, got him a game, ran out of gas. But, you know, I got to give it to Jimmy Butler, number 10.
Yeah, that's a hard one to argue when you, damn.
I know who your number 10 guy is. Number 10 guy, shout out to his number 10 guy, another Cali guy. I love him.
West.
You know, Russ Westbrook, you know, about to be out there with the Wizards. Him and Bradley Beal and the youngster that I like.
You know, Russ gonna give you that.
From overseas.
Russ gonna give you that all-around game every night. He gonna score, he gonna assist, he gonna rebound, he gonna go hard all night.
And he gonna intimidate you mentally, spiritually, physically, with his face if he got to.
And people, exactly. And people, he done made triple doubles like, okay, people don't even want to think about it no more. Yeah, it ain't really nothing.
Yeah, he just played the game, man.
He played the game, man.
I don't hate on him because people hate him. I mean, one of my mentors, shout out to Coach Chris P.O.D. out there in Fisherville, man. By way of Compton, but wait, matter of fact, by way of Fisherville from Compton. But he hate Russell Westbrook the way he play, but I love the way the young boy play, man. I mean, you can't have everything. I mean, you just got to know how to coach him. I'm like, man, look, you shoot that motherfucker again, you're going to be sitting over here with me looking at this shit.
See, people don't realize, though, man, is that the second half of the last season, he stopped shooting them threes, and he was playing real efficient basketball. At the end of the year, he was averaging that February and March. He was averaging like 31 a game, 8 assists a game, and he was one of the top scorers in the league in the paint.
Right.
So he going to the hole, he dunking, he kicking it back out, he making the right play. So, you know, I had to throw Russ in there, man.
Right. So, you know, I mean, we just want to go over our top 10, you know, for the pilot show. Let y'all know that we're going to be meeting you every week from H.A.M.E, Hub Athletics Media and Entertainment, the boy Demo and your boy Jay Huff.
Tell me what the Hub is, Marv.
Man, the Hub is for the humble, underrated, and brilliant, and for Compton. Straight up. So that's where we from, and man, that's where we coming from. So tune in next week, or, you know, we might do another pilot show again before we get started. We just want to let you know and look out for us. I'll hit you with the email, with the IG, and with the Facebook, and with the website as soon as possible. So just stay tuned and, you know, chime in. We're going to have a guest probably next week. Got a few guests coming up. And that's it, man. We're just trying to keep it going with this basketball and let you know where we coming from, straight from the streets, straight from how we feel about it for both of us playing basketball and football and everywhere before sports coaching. So we got a good analysis of what we're talking about, man. You know, like one of these suckers on ESPN just making up shit and contradicting motherfuckers' game and never even shot a ball in their life. Never even had to sweat and go down and play defense and come off a pick and make a jumper.